Ready to create scalable growth in your business without burning yourself out in the process? I'm going to break down in this training how you can actually take your business to 100K plus months without burning yourself out in the process. So that you can actually do things like take a week off and take that trip to Italy without worrying about your business falling apart, be able to predict and plan your growth down to a science so you can plug and play scaling your business, or finally be able to create sustainability in your business and not stress. So in this training, I'm going to break down for you the 3 systems that scale your business to 100K months. Let's go. My name is Naza Chavari. I'm a business growth strategist, and I help coaches, consultants, and healers translate cold leads and lurkers into premium paying clients in just 7 days using my Netflix inspired easy yes method. What I want to talk to you guys about today is this idea of systems. I see that so many people think systems is this scary word. They think fancy, complicated, and just one more thing that they have to learn how to do in order to crush it in their business. But the truth of the matter is, simple and streamlined systems are really about you being able to model success in your business so that you can repeat it over and over again. So before we jump into the 3 systems that I suggest to every single business owner scaling to those 100K months, what I want you to be able to look at is how you can actually look at how those systems actually need to come to life. So number 1, in order to create those keys that make your systems work for you, number 1 is you need to keep your systems simple. The more complicated and convoluted your system is, the more likely it is to not work, or for there to be a kink, or for you to completely avoid it at all costs. Our goals when it comes to systems is be able to make it as simple as possible so that number 1, you're using it on repeat and it's predictable, but also so that your team can repeat it again and again as well. Number 2 is that you need strategy before systems. A lot of times we want to jump the gun, but the truth of the matter is systemizing is really taking something that actually works and creating a repeatable process out of it. So trying to build a system without the strategy is like putting the cart before the horse. So if you want to develop a content system, first build a strategy that produces a result that you actually enjoy before you go about systemizing and duplicating it. 3 is look long-term. Most people look at systems as if they're this throwaway thing in their business, just something they're doing for the here and now. Learning to build systems that scale means that you're knowing what your long-term goals are and how you can optimize your system every single step of the way. So maybe right now you have a great system that for sales, but if you doubled or tripled the number of people going through it would still produce the same result. Looking at the long-term means that you're looking at your business and taking it out of what we call triage mode, AKA waiting for things to break so that you can fix it, and into what we call proactive growth. So next, what we want to get into is understanding the fact that when you're running a systemized business, you're actually able to dedicate your time to working to the way your business actually operates rather than being in this constant, being the bottleneck of your business. You are not the mechanism of success. That's what I need you to understand. When it comes to systemizing growth, it means that you take yourself out of being the mechanism of success and into a space of being able to replicate and repeat the success that we're creating for ourselves without needing you all of the time. Because that's the dream, right? Being able to actually step away from your business, whether that's handing it off to a team or having things that operate on its own without you, that is the goal for our freedom in our business. That's what we signed up for in the first place. But oftentimes what ends up happening is people put themselves in a place where they become the only mechanism of success. They believe that their business cannot operate without them operating all of the pieces. So let's look at the 3 most powerful parts of systems, the 3 systems that I recommend that allow you to scale your business to 100K plus months. Spoiler alert, they're going to be simple because I shared that before. So number 1 is your lead system. Obviously, leads are pivotal to the growth of your business. So being able to know not only where your leads are coming from, but how we actually take them through the process to take them to the next step is absolutely necessary. So the things that I look at when it comes to a lead system is 2 core factors. Number 1 is messaging, because that's actually how we're resonating with other people and getting our leads to actually take action, and visibility, which is how we actually increase our reach. So both of these things are crazy important. What I work with in my clients is that we leverage what's called the one-touch content system. This is a messaging system that literally translates to how you produce leads into your business with predictability, which means that I know that with these 3 to 5 pieces of content that are created each week, I know that it's going to generate a set number of leads in my business. This allows me to not only know and predict what's going to happen, but also be able to look at it from a standpoint of how we take people through that process so that I can actually take a step back and have my team take this over should I choose to. Next is the visibility side. So being able to have a visibility part of that lead system is being able to know how to take what you're already doing that's working and replicating your reach so that you're actually amplifying that to other spaces. So again, being able to know that your messaging system works first and foremost before you now go and spread that out to other places. So think of it as putting gasoline on what's already working. Your visibility strategy is meant to literally take the system that's already working, AKA your lead and messaging system, and replicate that by amplifying it into more than the space that you have right now. So what I want to do now is actually share my screen with you so you can see what our lead systems actually look like and why this is why we can really drill it down to a science of being able to know how we bring in leads, how we create the visibility and the amplification of our message, and how that actually translates into clients. So give me a second while I go ahead and share my screen here. And again, it's meant to keep it simple and straightforward so that you can actually achieve the results that you want from it. So you're going to see on my screen here, and this is Monday. What we do inside here is being able to not only track our system from the front end, but the back end. So one of the things that we do is we create a system for how we share our content. So knowing that your message and your content is what actually drives people to you and creates traffic, you want to be able to know how to leverage that appropriately. So what we do is a twofold. There's two systems that go into this. They're all working together. But essentially we have how we actually share the message that we have, and then how we actually create the content that we have. So my clients actually go through creating what we call a messaging and content system called my one-touch content system that allows them to create content that they know is going to produce a specific result by taking their audience on a journey. This allows them to literally be able to drill down to a science what it looks like to generate leads into their business. Now, once you generate those leads into your business, it's time to actually pay attention to how we move those to the next step, which is into a conversion. So what I'm going to show you now is what we call our leads list. So I have something called Clients on Autopilot, which literally is my drag and drop lead system. What this allows us to do is actually look at our leads, be able to know where they are in the pipeline, and be able to have a process for how we actually convert that. So not only do I have a way of tracking my leads, but I have an actual way of replicating that so that I'm not in charge of doing all this. So I can actually hand this off to someone on my team to be able to handle leads and move them up the pipeline so that we can create conversions without me always having to be on, which means I could take a week, a month off of my business and know that it's completely handled because my lead generation is actually being able to be replicated without me actually being present. So that is the first piece in the first system that we talk about, which is our lead system, being able to know how we generate those leads and how we actually move those leads to the next step, which leads me to the next system. System number 2 is your sales system. This is how we actually convert, right? A lot of times we see a lot of people talking about lead systems, and lead systems are really important because it's how we get in front of new people and how we really create that. But it really is coming down to once they're there, what do we do to actually convert them? Having a sales system that allows you to do a lot of that without you being on allows you to actually have conversions happening in the background of your business. So in my business, we leverage what we call the Bingeable authority system. This is my proprietary method that leverages this Netflix-inspired sales to actually have people go through a conversion process without me having to be present. They're going through what we call a mimicking buyer behavior process that literally actually is built around how people make decisions so that they can go through this system, come out the other side and be pre-sold on working without me having to do all of the heavy lifting of talking to every individual person and having all of those pieces. So that's system number 2 is a sales system. Again, the goal here is that they come out the other side pre-sold. And I want to really quickly reiterate that pre-sold looks different than pre-qualified. So if you've ever used a webinar or just creating content, and yeah, people create the interest, right? Lead system is built around creating the interest, getting people to pay attention. Now, our sales system is meant to actually sell them. And when we talk about pre-selling, what we mean is that by the time someone comes out the other side of your sales system, they've already preemptively said yes. They're sending you a message saying, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I need. What can I do next? Having a sales system that actually replicates that for you, where it's taking what you did by yourself on your own through DM conversations, etc., and replicating that process into your sales system so that's happening automatically in the back end of your business means that you're only getting on calls with people who are already bought in on what you're doing and just want to know the next steps of being able to do that. So that was system number 2. System number 3 is a delivery system. Here's the deal. If you have all the great marketing in the world, but you can't actually deliver on the results that you tell people about, then your business isn't going to make it very far. Having a delivery system that ensures results for your clients means that you can, again, drill it down to a science of knowing that when people come in and you have more than, whether you're working with one client or 100, you're able to predict what that looks like because you have a system that operates to know every step of the way what actions need to happen and how to actually proactively get in front of those results. So a great way to explain this is you don't necessarily need anything fancy. It's not about tons of automations and all this other stuff. It's about knowing down to a T what it looks like for you to deliver results to your clients. Oftentimes my clients start by working with clients in done for you or one-on-one, and then they're translating that into a group program or one-to-many offer, which means that they have to be able to deliver those same results at scale. Having a system that ensures that means that you're actually getting in front of how things actually fall off when we get into group programs. If you've ever been into some big, huge group program that didn't produce the result you thought it would be, most likely it didn't have a delivery system or a results system that allowed you to ensure that you deliver the same results over and over again. You want to have a result system in your business that means that you know what's going to happen before it even happens for your audience so that you can actually get your clients world-class results again and again so that you can retain them long-term. So keeping in mind that results and retention go hand in hand. When you're getting your clients results, you now can retain your clients long-term and all of those pieces work together. So those are the 3 systems that scale your business to 100K months. And again, it's all about simplicity, about knowing that these 3 things alone are what drives your business moving forward. So this is why the EZS method works so well. The EZS method is the only system of its kind that actually supports you in delivering those 3 core components. So the first thing that we do is we develop proprietary methodology, because knowing that your message is what generates leads in your business and what gets people to first pay attention to you means that you need a message that resonates, but also that positions you in a way that makes you the only and incomparable solution. Being able to understand how you innovated in the industry means that you're no longer chasing that demand, but you're creating it. Clients are coming to you. My clients are able to 5 to 10x their prices and have clients who line up to work with them. So that's step 1 in the EZS method. Step 2 is having a sales system. Having a system that actually allows you to create conversions on the back of your end of your business so that you get messages and calls booked from people who are saying, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I need. Let's start working together. Is what allows you to, again, remove yourself out of that process and create pre-sold clients. Using what we call the Bingeable authority system, we leverage the power of what works so well in Netflix in turning people who just found a brand new TV show into raving fans in record speed, and we replicated that into a sales system. Not only now do you become the bingeable person that people can't wait to learn more about, but you also are able to create pre-sold clients, which means they actually want to work with you. They're not getting on a phone call with you just to learn more about what you do. They're getting on a phone call because they want to pay you. Step 3 is results and retention. Just like I said before, being able to have a delivery system that you know is going to deliver results to your clients means that you can predict that your clients are going to get those consistent world-class results without you having to do all of the heavy lifting. Leveraging a results mechanism in your business means that you're proactively getting ahead of the current constraints of what happen within most people's businesses and are able to actually streamline how people deliver results in your offer, but also how they get results faster. This allows you to retain your clients long-term, which means you get to do less marketing in your business because guess what? Those happy clients at the end are willing to go share your message with everyone they know because they know that your offer delivers results. So if you want to learn more about how the EZS method can work for you and your business, so you can actually systemize, have the strategy, and be able to create sustainability to scale your business to 100K plus months without feeling like you're getting run down in the process, go ahead and click the link down below this video to book your call where we're going to go over exactly what the EZS method would look like in your business. What we're going to do on this call is we're going to look at your current client acquisition process, what that looks like, where you're trying to go. And then I'm going to share with you where I see the biggest opportunities in your process and how I can actually support you in achieving those. So I hope to see you. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this training on how to use these 3 systems to scale to 100K months.